Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Intercity Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Wednesday, November 26th, 2025, the day before Thanksgiving. Well, today at noon, there are filings due in the U.S. versus Ghislaine Maxwell case. Yes, it's a case it's a trial that was held here, and we live tweeted it, wrote a book about it. The book got banned for a while. More on that in a moment. But it's been reassigned from Judge Nathan to Judge Engelmeyer, and after the passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act in D.C., the Department of Justice asked, both in the Epstein case and in the Maxwell case, they asked for a second time for unsealing. A schedule was set. Now, yesterday, as we reported, I think first reported, Judge Engelmeyer issued a second order because it dawned on him, or he realized, that the request is not just for the transcripts of the grand jury, but for all the discovery in the case. And since there was a trial, there's a lot of discovery. So he's asked for, by noon today, a filing from the government, and also from the government describing the scope of what they're seeking to unseal. And thereafter, the victims will be able to say they don't want it released. Now, how this plays into the timeline that was set in the Epstein File Transparency Act, I don't know. But what I do know is this. We're launching a new project today. As some may know from this morning vlog, the Ghislaine Maxwell book, Maxwell was unilaterally, without notice, taken down. That was in late October. 6 days of fighting got it restored. Now we fought 7 days to get our main social media output restored. And now, in going back over it to find some things that had been listed as unavailable, also searching the UN's website for Ghislaine Maxwell, knowing what we know and finding no records. That's under a UN photo, but still, we're launching a new project today. Rather than to go back and cry over spilled milk and things that may or may not have been made unavailable, the continuing block on the Maxwell ebook, we're just going to launch a new project. It's going to be something new, a new format. We'll just have to see how it goes. But it seems like the right time, so watch this space. Now, in other news, this morning, we're going to be covering at 10 a.m., I believe, a Second Circuit appeal by one of the two gunmen, maybe just robbers, who robbed Bling Bishop, Lamore Whitehead, while he preached and requested funds from his followers. He was apparently much jewelry taken. Apparently, there's a video, but there's still an appeal. It's strange. As I walk by here now, this little parking garage that's right near the courthouse, Lamore Whitehead and his then lawyer went down because they forgot to order an Uber. And so when they came out of court, we chased them down here and asked them some questions in there. Anyway, Lamore is appealing, but so is Mr. Anderson. So we're covering that. And at 11, also an appeal, although a kind of a violation of supervised release appeal of a guy called Dan Faca. We put up video yesterday because the government is saying, okay, the Bronx dismissed his case or pled it down, which they did. They do that a lot. But they're saying that they know better. But from the video, I don't know. We put it up. You can find it on Intercity Press on X, as you will find this new project that we're doing. In financial news, we've already turned the corner, but I will say this. Yesterday, talk about a document dump. Past 5 p.m. on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the Federal Reserve approved one of the major mergers pending before it, Pinnacle, Synovus. They approved it. They mentioned Fair Finance Watch's comments and said the data was all accurate, but so they just approved it. So there's other ones pending, and we're beating the drum. I mean, maybe the Fed won't do anything, but apparently the shareholders of Comerica and a judge are putting the screws to Fifth Third, as is Fair Finance Watch. And there are a number of other ones. We got a response from UBS, formerly the Union Bank of Switzerland, and some other ones. So we're going to be putting those up in the coming hours and days. The OCC, of course, on PNC, one of the other ones that's pending, PNC First Bank, they upheld themselves on an appeal of a FOIA to withhold in full, without any kind of going through it line by line. 417 pages withheld in full. That's the FOIA appeal. It can be sued in court, and so this is a call out, as with the UN, for pro bono legal representation. Speaking of the United Nations, we'll come full circle. Yes, their peacekeepers commit sexual abuse. Yes, their own employees. There was a good friend of Big Tony that committed sexual harassment on the 38th floor and was given a golden parachute to leave. But the Ghislaine Maxwell thing may be the end, because Antonio Guterres had a representative on Maxwell's Terror Mental Project board. He did. I'm going to cross the street this time. And it's never been explained. We've been banned ever since, but we're going to end that now. This is the year to end censorship. Inner City Press, to be continued.